Śabda is often translated as word. So let's try to understand why that is not a good translation.
Thank you, Rajivji. Śabda actually has various meanings, as with many other English translations of Sanskrit word. So, Śabda originally is used in the sense of our Shastra. So, we have a statement that Shabda Brahma. Shabda Brahmani Nishnata Param Brahma Digachyate. That if you understand the Shabda, then you can understand the absolute reality, Param Brahma. So that Shabda is not word, that Shabda is the absolute reality which is relayed in the form of Shabda to us, like Vedas are called Shabda. So we have three prominent pramanas, and pramana means the means of knowing. Pramakarnam, pramanam, by which we understand things, by which we know things, that is called pramana. Because generally the word pramana is also translated as proof. But it is not just a proof, it is actually the means of knowing. So Shabda is one of the three major pramanas, and ultimately in Indian context, in Indian darshanas, Shabda is considered as the ultimate pramana. Whether they are Advaita Vedantis, Vaishnavas, Mimamsa, Sankhya, they all consider Shabda as pramana. Even in Yoga Sutra, all these three are mentioned. So originally for us Shabda means the Vedas, because Veda is the highest authority and Veda is the revealed Shabda. It is that which was revealed to Brahma at the beginning, and then Brahma transferred that knowledge to the 10 great sages, and later on also many great personalities, they realized it by their tapas. So that is the original sense of the word Shabda. But then we also have other meanings of Shabda. So Shabda is also used for Om. Shabda is also described as the source of the universe. That it is from the sound that everything came. So what do you call as Big Bang these days? In the science they are saying that there was a Big Bang which happened. So what is that Big Bang and who did it? So that is actually a revelation of Shabda. In Vyakarana, according to Bhartrihari, it is also called Sphota. Actually Sphota is like some kind of bang.
Is Śabda inherently oral rather than a written Śabda? Because the idea of word in English is written. In fact, the 10 commandments are given to Moses as written tablets.
No, that's very interesting.
Yeah, they come as written tablets.
Yeah, I think
so the writing is primary for them.
In fact, Bible itself means a book.
Yes.
They're called the religion of the book.
Yes.
So for us, Shabda, the primary importance of Shabda is not written but hearing.
Hearing.
And that's why the other word which is used for the Vedas is Shruti.
Right.
And it has to be heard, and that hearing is also not just hearing like we hear, but it has to be heard in the state of Samadhi. So you brought out this question, that's very interesting, that for us Shabda is actually at 4 levels. So those are called Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama and Vaikhari. So what we are calling as word, that is only the physical sound,
the Vaikhari
sound, which is articulate, which we speak with using our tongue, mouth, lips, nose, etc. So vocal cords. So that is just the word.
Right.
But beyond that is the original Shabda, and that Shabda is the one which becomes manifest as a word.
Right.
So it is only a gross or the grossest manifestation of Shabda.
Yes. So how would Vak is another word which has the 4 levels.
Yes.
The Para, transcendent Vak, then the Pashyanti, then the Madhyam,
right,
and then the Vaikhari, the outward sound.
Right.
So how is Shabda and Vak related?
So Shabda, as I said, Shabda is also sometimes used for Vak, but Shabda is also used in the sense of, say, Pramana.
Okay.
So we don't say Vak Pramana, we say Shabda Pramana.
Right. Okay.
So that is important to know that. And Shabda is also used for the absolute reality. We say Śabda Brahma.
Right.
We don't say Vak Brahma.
Right.
So Śabda is used in that sense, and it is from Śabda that things emanate. So it is Śabda which manifests the knowledge, and that knowledge is revealed. In Bhagavatam it is written that Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kaviye Muhyanti Yat Suraya. That Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kaviye. That this Brahma, which is again another word for Śabda, Śabda Brahma. So Hrida, in the heart, and heart is again not the physical heart, but in the inner consciousness. So this knowledge was revealed, and that is the Śabda, that is the Śabda Brahma. So in our school of thought in Hinduism, when we say that we have to realize something or we have to understand, it is actually that understanding which happens not just at the intellectual level, but at the intuitive inner conscious level. And that's where Śabda reveals itself. So when we can align our consciousness with the Supreme Consciousness, then that knowledge flows. So this whole idea of guru-disciple relationship is very unique to India.
Right.
This you don't find anywhere,
Right.
in any other religion or philosophy or anything. And although people now do not understand, but the fact is that it is only through the guru-disciple relationship that Śabda is transferred. So the guru speaks through the mouth also. It is not that he is just sitting quietly, but actually the real transference happens inside when their hearts are aligned. So that's why it was so important in Indian culture, in Hinduism, that the disciple has to serve the guru and be devoted and obedient. You know, as Krishna says, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya updekshanshite jnanam jnaninas tatu darshina. So the whole idea was that you actually become aligned with the guru, and when the guru is pleased, then the knowledge gets transferred to you. Guruyo snigdhasya sisyasya guruvo guhyam apyuta. That when there is a snigdha shishya, means an affectionate student, disciple, shishya, then the guru actually reveals the guhya.
So that which the guru reveals to the shishya is Śabda.
That is
Śabda.
That
is very beautiful. Now this, I'm going to ask of, this clarifies a huge doubt I have had. You've just clarified it, but I want to explain what it is. I've been thinking for a long time whether initiation can be done online.
Right.
Okay, and I've asked a lot of people a lot of this question, that if can you have Shaktipat online, can somebody sitting there, can it be downloaded from, can a person initiate and record it and then many people can download it? But what you've answered is that the Śabda requires a living person present in front of you, and it is a connection. It is not just transmitting of sound,
Right.
but it is a deeper connection between the two from the heart.
Yes.
And since this machine, the robot, doesn't have heart in our sense,
Yes.
so it means Amazon cannot send you a Shaktipat.
Right.
They cannot download a Shaktipat. This is very important. I think the first time somebody has clarified this point for me, that Śabda cannot be transmitted mechanically. It has to be human to human. The real Śabda,
Yes.
what you can transmit is sound and voice and
that you can do.
Vakari level you can transmit.
Yeah.
But the para level, pasyanti level requires actual human to human transmission.
Yes. So therefore this Śabda is, you can say, is a type of Shakti.
Okay.
As you use the word Shaktipat.
Right.
Rightly. So it is a Shakti.
Right.
And that Shakti has to come from a person.
Right.
Because Shakti is always under somebody's control. Shakti is not independent.
And the Shakti is conscious.
Shakti is conscious, and that Shakti is with the Guru.
Right.
And when I say Guru, means qualified Guru.
So this clarifies that one way to clarify Śabda versus ordinary word is that ordinary word you could transmit, you could put it on an iPod computer and you can transmit it, but that is not Śabda.
That is not Śabda. I mean, you can, that is one form of Śabda.
One manifestation, one little part of the Śabda.
That is a physical or the gross
level
manifestation of
But
Śabda.
it won't do the job that a Shaktipat does or what the Guru transmission does.
So therefore initiation was a very important part in Indian culture. In fact, your education began with the initiation. So this diksha, without diksha, the teacher would not teach the student. So when diksha was given, then they established the relationship.
Right.
And the teacher would see that the student is qualified, and of course teacher himself or herself has to be qualified. And it is through that when the relationship is established, and then as the disciple is becoming pure and becoming surrendered and in one heart, then that Shabda would become revealed to them.
So this is sort of a protocol like we have in technology protocol, except this is a protocol at a much higher level of consciousness. A higher level of consciousness interacting with another level of consciousness, doing this diksha, getting the Shabda, all of this is happening. It is not at the gross level of voice oriented, speech oriented, words oriented interaction.
Right. So therefore Krishna himself makes this statement. He says, Tasmad Gurum Prapadyete Jigyashu Shreyottamam Shabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahmanyup Samashram. So he says, Tasmad, therefore, means if you are serious about spiritual life, if you are serious about Shreyas, means the ultimate good, ultimate realization about the absolute truth, then he says you should take shelter of a Guru. Gurum Prapadyete. And then Guru has to be Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. He should be an expert in Shabda Brahma and Parabrahma, both. Without Parabrahman, Shabda Brahma is not enough, because then he is just going to talk about it. But the Guru has to have that experience of Parabrahma which comes through Shabda Brahma. And then he can transfer that. So the whole parampara system, why this disciplic succession and this thing was important, that this knowledge actually came like a conduit, just like you have electricity and you have the central point from where it comes through the wire. So like that, it is knowledge which ultimately comes from God, and it comes through the Brahma and the succession from him, and it is transferred, the same knowledge. So therefore knowledge never got polluted, because to get that you have to have Guru, because Guru has the password. You can have your computer, you can have all this, but if you don't have the password, you cannot use it.
Right.
So you can have your Shabda Brahma. Now these days you can have everything in printed form, and Amazon can do everything, they recorded. But actually to have that revelation, to have that intuitive understanding, realization, the inner realization, that will happen only by the grace of the Guru, when you will align your heart. It is not possible otherwise.
So how does the word Nada and Shabda, how do they compare? Because
So,
there is a Nada Brahman also.
Yeah, Nad Brahman is another word for Shabda.
Similar
Yeah.
meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you say Nad, sometimes you say Om. This is the original sound.
Okay.
Krishna says that it is my name.
So is Shabda a Purushaya? Before, not created by a person?
Yes, so Shabda originally is Aparushaya, and that's why it is eternal.
So a Purushaya means no personal developer, creator.
Yeah, it is not a creation of any human being.
It's not, there's no author.
Yeah, there is no author for it.
So
and
you
it is-
cannot say who wrote, who composed
So
Veda.
that's why Vedas are considered as eternal.
Right.
And although the modern scholars and Indologists, they try to put a date on it,
Right.
but it's not true.
Right.
It's an eternal sound. It may have been revealed
Right.
at a certain point in time to somebody, but
Right.
that does not mean that it did not exist before that.
Right. So sort of Einstein discovered E equals mc squared,
Right.
but it did not start with
He
him.
did not create the
He did not.
formula.
It was always there.
Yeah.
He just found out. It's his discovery.
Yeah, Newton said, they said that
So
Newton
all
discovered-
kind of discovery of nature and laws are like of that. So Vedic truths, Shabda truths are eternal,
Right,
apurushaya. Although a human being there may be a date when some particular human being understood it.
right. So that's why sometimes you may give a name to it,
Right.
that after somebody's name, the person who discovered it.
Right. And how about what is the relationship of Shabda with the Akash?
So Akasha is the medium through which Shabda travels.
Okay.
And now Akasha is also a different level.
Hmm.
So one is the sound which we are experiencing. So this is a different akasha, but then there is akasha at Chidakas, what we say.
Right.
So there the original sound does not travel through this akasha.
Right.
So when Vedas were given, that's why I said that they are the one which are experienced in the state of samadhi. So that sound is not coming through these ears.
Right.
That is internal revelation, but that also comes through the akasha. So in Nyaya, they say, and it is accepted by others also, Shabda Gunakam Akasham. That the akasha is that which has the quality or guna of Shabda. So they are actually talking about the physical sound as Shabda. And they are talking, because Nyaya actually deals with the gross material elements. And
So Shabda is more primordial, higher than the Akash, which is a means of transmitting it.
Right.
Okay.
So there is a relationship because it needs a medium to be transferred. So just like when Shabda manifests at the Vakhari level, so then we speak it and it is conveyed through the Akasha, carried by the air. So another thing we have to understand is, coming back to that point of being eternality, that although the modern linguists may not agree to that, but we traditionalists, we believe that Sanskrit is an eternal language.
Right.
And Sanskrit letters, the Varnamala, contains what is called Akshara. A, A, E, U. These 49 sounds are there. So these are called Aksharas. And Akshara means which is imperishable.
Akshara.
Yeah. Naksharati iti Akshara, which does not perish, which is not destroyed. So this ordinary sound, we know that you speak, say it, and then it is gone. But the Aksharas are there. So this when we are speaking something, that is only revealing the meaning of the Shabda. There is a relationship between Shabda and Artha. That means the Shabda and the meaning, it's referent. And that relationship is eternal. So in case of material objects, it is we who may give a name, like we call it chair, and in any other language it could be called something else. In Hindi we call it kursi. So here we establish a relationship that the word chair and the object chair are related. So when I say the word chair in English, then you understand this object. But when it comes to spiritual things and when it comes to Vedas, so when they are saying the sound Prithvi or Vayu or Jalam, so these are eternal words and they have their referent, and that has never changed. It is not that now Prithvi is called this and then in some other creation it will be called something else. So this relationship between the Shabda and Artha is eternal, and therefore through Shabda you can actually attain the Artha.
So this is very important in our philosophy, that there is a built-in relationship between the Shabda and what it refers to.
Right.
So it is not a human convention.
Right.
It is not a conventional meaning that we all kind of agree this is apple and we all agree to it.
Right.
That's another big difference with word, because word is an arbitrary assignment of.
Yeah, it's we human beings have
made a convention, you can change it also.
Right.
So the Shabda is a built-in property. So this particular meaning, this particular object has a built-in part of it, characteristic is a built-in Shabda for referring to it.
Yeah, because ultimately at the subtle level the Shabda and Artha are one.
Right.
This is what we talked earlier, that when we say para pashanti madhyama, so at the lower level there is no duality. The duality is only at the gross level. This duality of Shabda and Artha, the word and its referent, this is a duality. These are two separate independent things.
Yes.
You can call this chair, we can all decide that, okay, we are going to call it table.
Right.
That's fine.
Fine.
That is not going to change anything here.
Right.
But you cannot do that when it comes to the Sanskrit Shabdas.
Right.
So they have their eternal relationship, and at the lower level or at the deeper level, that Shabda actually contains the Artha.
So this is how the rishis discovered physical properties.
Right.
Physical properties of plants, physical properties of, the velocity of light. A lot of things that people wonder, how did this science get discovered without instruments?
Because it is contained in that.
Because the Shabda And if the rishi is in a state of consciousness where that understanding and that insight of the Shabda is very profound, then what it means becomes clear.
So that Shabda reveals that.
Reveals that.
So in Ayurveda, we have all these herbs and their characteristics are defined. They did not do experiments on rabbits and rats and all that to figure that out. No, it was just a revealed knowledge. Otherwise it will take, you don't know how many thousands and thousands of years to get
This
that.
is very important, that what the West is rediscovering through empirical work was revealed knowledge through Shabda.
Right.
Shabda is also therefore an R&D mechanism for rishis
Right.
to discover.
So in the Yoga Sutra, the Patanjali himself says, Tatra Ritambhra Pragya. So when one comes to that level of samadhi, then his pragya becomes Ritambhara, means truth revealing. So then the truth gets revealed at that level without doing experiments, not in an empirical way. So that is another way. That's why Sabda is called Pramana. This is actually the meaning
Of Shabda is a Praman.
That's how Shabda is a Pramana.
So Shabda is an R&D methodology
Right.
to go deep into objects by the Shabda which correlates with that object,
Right.
which includes that object.
So that's why I said that the Pramana is not just proof, but it is actually means of knowing. So then through that Shabda only you get knowledge. So in India, many times people say, well, if these sages were so knowledgeable and all, why they did not create science and all that? No, their methodology was different. First of all, their own body and mind was the laboratory.
Right,
They did not have anything external.
right,
And therefore they did not create pollution.
right. Or kill rabbits to do experiments.
Yeah, and do violence to others.
Yeah.
And second, that unqualified people did not have an approach to it. Now,
That's a very important thing. That only those who have a certain purity and a certain evolution of consciousness are the ones who can do this R&D, because it requires your own body to be a certain way.
yeah, you have to have a proper character and behavior and sadhana and tapas. So now people are scared that if the terrorist gets the ability to make nuclear bomb.
Right.
So that was not possible in those days. You have to actually, even the asuras have to go through the proper methodology. They were also learned in Shastra and they did tapas. Only thing is that they were deviant to begin with.
Yeah. Now, we've differentiated Shabda from word. What would be the Sanskrit for word in the conventional sense?
Yeah, in Sanskrit we call it as pada.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is
So in Panini Sutra, they say subtingantam padam. That you have sup and thing, you have the dhatus.
so that could be a conventional meaning also.
Right.
So you could call this an apple. That in that sense, that is what it would be.
Yeah, so that's what they call as pada. Coming at our empirical level, how the meaning is derived from Shabda. This is also interesting. I'm not talking now about going at the deeper level, but at empirical level, how Shabda connotes or gives the meaning. So that is what we call as vritti or Shabda vritti. So there are three types of vrittis which have been accepted. There is a mukhya vritti, there is a lakshana vritti, and then there is a vyanjana vritti. So mukhya vritti is the primary meaning of the word. Like when I say chair, then you understand that this is an object. And then there is a lakshana, or what you call as the secondary meaning. I many times give the example. You say that, well, Jiva Public School is on so and so road, right? We say that, but actually it's not on the road. So here the word on does not have its primary meaning. The primary meaning of the word on in English is that something is on top of another thing.
Correct.
Right? Like this paper is on the table.
Right.
So here on means by the side.
Correct.
So we have actually changed the meaning from primary to secondary because primary meaning does not make sense.
Right.
So many times in our day-to-day dealings also, we do use words in a way which do not have their primary meaning. Like you say, oh, her friend left and she's heartbroken.
Right.
So heartbroken does not mean actually that heart is shattered or it has gone into pieces.
Right.
It has a secondary meaning.
Right.
So this is called Lakshana Vritti, because our basic philosophy is that Shabda has power in it. So it has primary power, secondary power, and because if the meaning is coming, that meaning there must be some power in the word, otherwise how the meaning is coming.
Right.
And if that power is not there, the meaning cannot come.
Right.
So it is, obviously I am understanding that the school is next to the road by hearing the statement. So that statement must have power in it for me to make this understand.
Right.
So primary power stops after saying it is on the road. Then the secondary starts. So then I understand that it is by the side of the road. And then there is something else which is called Vyanjana Vritti. That is very interesting. That is called implied sense. So implied sense is completely unrelated with the words. At least here you have just changed the meaning of the word on to the side. But implied meaning is just something which points to that meaning, and it is not related to the word. Yet word has the power to point to that meaning. For example, if I say that, oh, the sun is setting. So now when you say the sun is setting, it can have an implied meaning to different people.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, it's getting dark. Somebody is a pujari who is sitting there. He says, oh, I have to go and do my puja now. It's evening time.
The shop will close.
Shop is going to close. Or
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody wants to go to bar now.
A lot of implications
Yeah.
and implied meanings.
But that has nothing to do with the sun is setting.
Right.
None of the words actually have that meaning in it.
Right.
So this is the deepest meaning, and this is what is found in our Shastra, the Upanishads, the Rahasya. When we say Rahasya or Guhya meaning, that is the implied meaning. And that you understand from the Guru. So when it is said, Bruyu Snigdhasya Sisyasya Guruva Guhyam Apiyuta, that Guhya meaning, that what is being like, people these days are reading stories of Lord Rama and they're criticizing, oh, Rama was a male chauvinist and he was an oppressor and look, he mistreated Sita like that. But they don't understand what the narrative is teaching. And they don't have the brain to understand it. Because for that you need a guru. So you study it independently. It's a nice story, okay, and then you can also do PhD on it. Should be thankful. If Ramayana was not there, many people would not have their PhD.
Right. There will be so many unemployed Indologists.
Yes. So they got something,
Yeah.
Valmiki has done welfare to them.
Right.
But actually to understand what Valmiki is trying to say, that you need a teacher for that. Because there is an implied meaning behind that.
Right.
Lord Ramachandra, he banished Sita after working so hard, fighting and everything. He comes home and then he banishes her. Right? So this is quite amazing. Why did he do all this?
Right.
So now people say, well, he was very cruel. He did not even tell her. And he just called Lakshman and said that you take her and drop there in Valmiki's ashram. And Lakshman was heartbroken to do that, It was so painful for him because he was so devoted to Sita also, but he has to follow Ram. So now you criticize Ram for that. And you know that there's so much criticism on all these things. But actually what is being implied, that they don't understand. So the implication is, because the whole Shastra, the essence of Shastra is prema. This is what Shastra is trying to teach. Because what is needed in society is prema. If prema is there, all problems are solved. Whether it is global warming or environmental pollution or terrorism or corruption or whatever, exploitation, this will disappear if there is prema, if there is a love. And by love I don't want to use the word love because people...
Prema is good. Yeah.
I use the word prema, that's why. So he is saying that look how much prema Sita had with Rama and how much confidence Rama had in Sita, that he did this and Sita did not complain. She did not criticize, we are criticizing.
Right.
We who have no business,
Yeah.
we are criticizing. And Sita, who had the right to criticize and revolt against Rama and stand up and be a feminist, she did not do it.
Right.
Why? Because Sita and Ram have one heart.
Right.
And she understood this is what Ram wants and I do that. That's what love means. Love means that I am for you.
Right.
And my pleasure is in pleasing you. And
Right.
I will do anything. You don't even have to tell me. So Sita, she did not complain. She did not revolt. She did not, stand up and be a feminist. Because she understood the heart of Ram. So love means same thing, which I was saying, that guru and disciple, they are aligned in heart because they have so much love. And that's why you have so many stories that guru was testing the disciple and making him do all kinds of things, but the disciple was not angry or upset because this is the meaning of oneness of heart. So Sita was so much one with Rama that she did not even question why he is doing this because she understood. Don't have to question. So this is what our Shastra are teaching us, that if our society can have love like this, then we can live very happily right here. Heaven will be here, not somewhere else.
So this is an example of the implied meaning.
This is the implied meaning.
Meaning which often people don't understand.
So this is the story which is depicting that
Yes.
oneness of heart,
Yes.
which is depicting that love.
Right.
But we have no idea what is love. People these days love, they only think of this gross thing.
Right. Right.
So how they can understand this?
Right. So this is to clarify why Śabda should remain Śabda and not be translated as word.